to clean.
I started out by checking if the turret was binding against something, like the cage on top. So I carefully moved it around and it didn't seem like it was stuck. So I was a bit afraid that it was the motor that was broken.
Starting to
because you can see it spinning here, so obviously the belt is not broken at least.
Resuming.
But then it stopped again. So again it seems like it might be the motor that has some bad coils that make it not start in every position. So that is a bit worrisome.
Resuming. Pause.
But as you can see, now it works without any issues many times in a row. Let's open it up and see. Let's hold the power button in for a few seconds to turn it off completely. And then we need to crack open those tabs with something appropriate. All the screws are just Phillips head screws, so no special tools required. There are 4 screws for the turret cage, but 2 of them are under these rubber pads. So you need to use something a bit sharper to hold onto them, because they have some adhesive on the backside. And there's the belt, much easier than the Nido bot vac that I had before. We can see that there's some dust on the belt, at least. We sure have some cleanup to do. I'm trying to feel if the belt slips or if the turret grabs onto something. And it sure did. I have a hard time reproducing the grabbing, but we sure saw that it happened at least once. We might as well take off this cover as well and see how it looks inside. And it's just 3 more Phillips screws. We can see that the belt just rides on a small ridge on the turret, so nothing complicated going on here. If you just want to replace the belt, there is no reason to take off any more screws. But I want to test the motor as well, so I want to take it off as well. I want to get a better grasp on how much the belt slips, so I'm making a few marks here and then using my thumb as some extra resistance, and then rotating the turret and seeing when it slips, and yeah, it kind of does every now and then, quite a lot actually. So we should clean the belt and see if that helps. Nice. Sometimes people throw in things in boiling water to shrink them. So let's do that as well to hopefully get some extra grippage. And let's try this again. And it still slips, but mostly in one specific place. And that specific place has some marks on it. So my theory is that the turret has got stuck at some point, and then when the motor was spinning, it has kind of destroyed a part of the belt. So maybe when the motor stops at that particular place on the belt, it could spin freely, or that it still just gets stuck for some other reason. I'm covering the laser with some electrical tape in case the device decides to blast lasers in my eyes. So I'm just applying 5 volts to the motor multiple times to see if it ever gets stuck, which would indicate that the coil is bad. But I see no such behavior. I even try to apply some force with my finger to make it more difficult, but the motor seems just fine. So that's nice. So let's put the belt back on. Let's make sure that it's riding on the ridge so that it will not get squeezed by the cover when we put it back on. And now we'll just do everything in reverse to put it back together. If you would like to see me do more repair videos in the future, please let me know in the comments, and I will actively start destroying things in the house. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.